Perfectionism is the killer of joy and of creativity. If you're watching this, chances are that you're a perfectionist. Or should I say that you suffer from perfectionism tendencies, since you're basically caught up chasing something that simply cannot be ever obtained. I'm a reformed perfectionist, in that I used to want to overperform in literally every aspect of my life, which meant that every success gave me a sense of relief and every mishap felt like a total failure. It's a lonely way to live one's life, and a painful one at that. And although I had at that time all of the medals and ribbons and various recognitions associated with a good performance, they left me with an empty feeling, and wanting to be perfect had robbed me of the pleasure of actually practicing my hobbies. This led me to give up on a lot of things that I used to care about simply because I preferred to give them up rather than let myself have the chance to mess up. Uh, do you relate? I wanted to make this video because I saw that this subject of perfection was brought up over and over in different sewing communities online. Either people want to start sewing, but they're paralyzed by the task of actually doing the thing, and often they're caught up watching endless tutorials without ever touching their machine. Or they have many projects that are left on the table and never brought to completion for fear of mistakes. What is truly tragic about this, and it's especially true for sewing, is that no one can get better at anything without trying and failing over and over until all the rough edges are smoothed out. And in my video about my first year of sewing, I tried to make a point of including my many failed projects to show that my skills have not been obtained through one or two meticulous, perfectly sewn garments, but throughout a dozen of failed attempts, each one a little bit better than the last, but none perfect. And repetition and failure is a necessary step in the learning progress, and one that blocks many perfectionists from engaging with their hobbies on a deeper level. Do you know why people care so much about perfection? It's all about the ego, really. When your self-esteem is fragilized, you avoid failure as much as possible so that your perception of yourself cannot be shattered. Sadly, this also means that you miss out on the opportunity to prove yourself and that you can actually do the hard thing, which is exactly what you need to foster that genuine self-love and self-esteem. See how vicious the circle is? The more you protect that ego, the less risk you're willing to take. And that's how you kill creativity in the end. Creativity involves taking a certain amount of risk, and you cannot be creative if you spend your life following the beaten path and trying to be perfect. Also, I don't want to be mean, but this needs to be said. No one cares. What I mean about this is that all the details upon which you're obsessing are meaningless to others, really. Isn't that freeing to hear? Next time that you see someone trying something for the first time, think about your own reaction. Are you judging them, or did it make you simply curious to know? I mean, look at me. I have a sewing channel and only 1 year of experience, which means that I'm far from an advanced sewist. But I'm still very much in the learning curve. But I'm still here, and I'm showing all of this mess to the world because I know that people do not care about my stitches being perfectly lined or, all the technicalities. All they see is a girl trying her best, and maybe that could be enough for you as well. I mean, life is too serious and hard already to wipe ourselves in the back over our hobbies. So cut yourself some slack and start doing whatever you love for the sake of having fun. And your future self will thank you. Anyways, now that all of this has been said, I'd like to know your opinion on the matter. Are you a perfectionist? And if so, how has it impacted your sewing journey? As an ending note, I hope you enjoyed this little talk, and I hope it inspires you to start a project and take some risk. So this is a mock-up of a pattern that I thought was interesting in the front. But I wanted to try it before making it in a nice fabric, and I'm glad I did because the fit is horrible around the arms. The back is kind of cute though, and this was an added idea. It's like a kind of scarf that I wanted to sew on the neckline, but I'm glad I tried it, but I don't think I will be going forward with this idea. So closes well the idea on perfectionism.